what does Giannis have to do specifically to get to the next level? Or do they need somebody else because they added Holiday and they tried to add Bogdanovich, which didn't get done.
Yeah.
But do they need somebody else to even consider even getting to the finals? Because the way Giannis is playing right now, I mean, they're honing in on him. He has nothing. He can't do anything else with the way his game is shaped.
And honestly, you're even seeing it even more so now this year. You know, you're seeing Giannis is still having some good games, but you can just tell that Giannis didn't really improve.
I'm like, does he get in the lab like at all? Is he ever in the lab? They're still leaving him wide ass open.
I know. Now, granted,
Like,
we
wide
have
open.
seen him attempt some
He
threes,
is attempting them,
which
yeah.
is fine. Attempting them, you still got to make some.
Not even make him hit the rim.
Yeah.
At least hit the rim.
He's not hitting the rim
And
on
his
some of these.
mid-range
Like,
is
at
still
all.
damn near almost non-existent. Doesn't really have a floater. Doesn't have a fall away.
Not at all.
Doesn't really have a ton of different post moves. He just does a boulder run.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work.
Crash right into the defense.
Especially
Exactly.
in the playoffs.
No matter if you get a Drew Holiday has always been a good complimentary player. He's a B player, B minus player.
He ain't no A player though.
He's not an A player. He's not the type. It's like DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan will give you 20 a night, but where is he mentally? Where is he in the other aspects of his game? Hence why, you see what I'm saying? The Raptors couldn't do it with him. They did it with Kawhi.
Exactly.
So it's one of those situations where the team is still good.
Mhm.
You know, the Bucks are still going to get to the playoffs, obviously. But the problem is that I don't see them beating the Celtics healthy. I don't see them beating the Sixers healthy.
No.
I don't see them. I mean, so to me in the East, I'm looking at Nets, Sixers, and the Celtics. Those are the three teams
I go with that.
I think
Yeah,
healthy,
I agree with
all
that.
the way healthy. I think those are the three. Now, like the Celtics, they are balanced enough to where I think they could definitely give the Nets trouble, and I think they could definitely give the Sixers trouble. I know everybody thinks, you know, Embiid, you know, and the Nets don't play defense, and the Nets only have one big man, but you still got Harden, Kyrie, and KD at the end of the day.
All three.
You know what I mean? So I don't think Embiid is necessarily, and that's where the key is. If the Sixers can shoot and make their shots, I think they'll have a chance. But if they don't, you got 3-4 players that's not going to be shooting. Tobias, Danny Green, Seth Curry. If none of them are making them, because Ben don't shoot. We know Ben's not going to.
We still get excited when he make one.
But that's what I'm saying. There's literally a
I still get notification on
from
my phone
ESPN
when he
Ben
make
made a
jump.
three.
Yeah.
Hit a little
I'm
beep.
like, why are we still getting notifications on that?
Exactly.
It's a big deal, man.
Crazy. It's a big
The
deal.
world
He
needs to
shoots
know.
He shoots one every 5 games.
You're a firm believer that Giannis is not the guy as far as a franchise player goes that can take you to the top. Like he needs to be the second best player in your team, or like
With his game right now,
like what Gasol was when Kobe and those later Laker teams were.
I've always,
Giannis is not a number
I've
one.
always felt like this about Giannis. I've said this for a couple of years now, and people who don't really know the game of basketball don't really pay attention to the nuances of it seem like I'm talking like I'm crazy, but I'm not, bro. Like he's improving, but it's small improvements here and there. He's not taking those drastic jumps you need to take.
Yeah,
like,
it's not big enough.
You know, the fact that they're still leaving you wide open, you're not hitting the rim on a lot of these shots, bro.
Yeah.
Your free throw, you're still shooting iffy from the free throw line. And like Pizzo said, you do a boulder run to the basket. Like once he gets a full head of steam, he's
Spin
unstoppable.
move,
But we've seen this time and time again.
It don't work in
Once
the halls.
Kawhi took him full court, and even when he got past Kawhi, you collapse the paint on him. What can he do? He has no floater. He has no jumper. He can't stop and pull up. He can't do any of that.
That's where I think the problem is. If he had like a nice floater or something in the mid range,
he has a baseline hook.
He's got the length.
That's what I'm saying.
He has,
and he did. And me and Leek were actually talking about this last week. It was reported like sometime last offseason, so even before last year, that he didn't want to accept any post help from Olajuwon. Now we know Kobe.
Like he told him straight up no, like he was offered. He didn't want to reach out to him.
That's what I heard, and that's what me and Leek heard. We seen all the great players get help from Hakeem. Tim, Kobe,
to me,
Bron.
To me, Hakeem Olajuwon, and I'm very biased when I say this. To me, Hakeem Olajuwon is my favorite center of all time.
Oh yeah, he's the best post player that I've ever seen.
The best footwork you have ever seen.
Yeah, footwork was crazy.
So that's where Tim got it from.
Kobe's not too prideful to get help. LeBron's not too prideful to get help. Amari Stoudemire, all these other players. Giannis Antetokounmpo, whatever the fuck his name is, don't want to go get help from Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon.
He don't want help.
That's why you still ask.
He don't
That's
want
why
help.
your game don't improve. You ain't never finna win a ring as a lead player.
And Ben said he don't want help neither.
We fucking
And look at them two players, the same game. That's all I'm
they
saying.
literally the
Can
same
anything
person.
help Ben at this point though? Like maybe just Ben just like I've given up. It is
think
what it is.
The problem with Ben is, in a lot of sports, is mental. A lot of when
It
you're
is.
playing
It
sports
is,
is
very
so
much.
much mental. When you're in your head like that,
You can't get out of it.
you can't get out of it. So I think at this point for Ben, he's like, well, I got other players now that can make shots from the outside. I got other players on the inside.
They better trade back for JJ Redick.
That's probably the best bet.
Isn't that so ironic? A couple years ago, they trade away, give away all their shooters.
Horford,
now,
man.
A couple years back, they get
Need
all their
size.
shooters back.
They need size.
Oh my god.
All right, so Giannis has got to work on some stuff.